The last Miramar game coming up here for this phase, and the last chance for some of these teams to grab points where they desperately need it. Because when we do look at these different maps, when we look at Miramar, Sanhok, Erangel, teams have their strengths and weaknesses when it comes to it. Airstation, Mike, even with 2 players, made it look like they could have some strength in it. And PG18, they're ensuring they grab that first place by now getting 337 points. What number's needed for your lead speak? What number is missing from that number?
What number is missing?
Yeah. If you were to add one number to that, what would it say? Come on, education, lead speak.
338? What? No. What?
Oh, Lord. Okay, we give up. 1337 Leets, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, come on.
Come on, man.
Yeah, but I thought you meant in terms of what they can actually get to, unless they can get 1,000 points in the last 2 games.
That'd be pretty impressive, wouldn't it?
That would.
Even if you win the game and you kill everyone else on the server, you're not doing that. It's literally impossible.
If they do that, I would give them 1,000 points.
Just you win. You win at life. You win at PUBG. It's fine. Exactly. You're done. Northern Lights, by the way, now in 9th place.
Yep.
They've nicely worked their way up here. All things looking good for them. Tempest in 10th, Elging in 11th, and Last Crew right on the edge in 12th. They cannot have another 0-point game.
Jokers are only 12 points behind them. BetterLuckNxTime are 16 points behind them. Elgig are holding on by the skin of their teeth. I definitely think, I know technically they still have a chance, but Team Oops and YMCA, I'm going to say they're down for the count. Now, like...
funny I said that since the beginning of the week, mate.
Yeah, okay, yeah, but they still... Come on.
Just saying.
Why do you have to point that out? But either way...
But you were like, all of these guys have relatively got a chance to play.
Yeah, Team Oops, they got close. Leave me alone.
They're still in 16th. What do you mean they got close?
They had gotten very close in points difference. They've gotten close.
You're like clutching at these straws here, Cormac.
Yeah. I'm digging.
Oh my Lord! Yes, let's go, baby. Give me the madness that is Los Higos. If anyone remembers from Phase 2, when me and Toby had the game that went down to Los Higos, we watched in the space of 5 minutes it go from 16 or 15 teams down to like 6 or 7. Because everyone had to go down this horrible southern route through Impala, Puerto Paraíso, around Los Leones, and then Valdemar, and they all came crashing in one area. But the problem is, when they got onto the bridge and they had to get onto the Los Higos Island, that's where everyone was dying. Because people were just stacked up on the mountainsides, stacked on the island, stacked on the coastline, just shooting non-stop.
We did have a Los Higos finish in the group stage. I don't think it was quite as devastating from a team loss point of view as what you and Toby might have had, but it was definitely destructive and it was crazy. So I expect very much the same in this game. But look at the amount of teams that are outside the circle. If there is ever a time to have the dedicated match screen up beside this, it is now, because right now it's just PG18, Milky Way, Northern Lights, and InsideGames that are inside the circle.
Oh my God, I'm having flashbacks to it as well. This was where Avangar, so Avangar didn't end up winning the game, but they'd snuck onto the island. He had one player left alive, and I think it might have been Snoopy, but he pulled out the pan and wanted a pan fight with 4 players, and they just shot him dead at the end. They just were like, yep, that's it, you're done. Like, go away.
Honestly, I'd let him get 1 knockdown, and then I'd take him out, just as a level of respect.
You just saw him like waving his pan of surrender, like, help me, I know I'm screwed.
Like the white flag,
yeah.
You know? I come in peace.
This could get really crazy for these teams, and there's a lot of teams that have gone for a more northern decider on this push because of where the plane went. We went from north to south anyway, but Last Crew, Jokers, BetterLuckNxTime, Moops, Elgig, all on this upper northern side. So their rotation down is going to be oh so hard and treacherous.
And it's not even the case where they can ideally wait until, let's say, the blue zone kicks in or until phase 2 kicks in, because so much of that circle is occupied by water or even not in the map that it's so hard. Yes, I would actually recommend that they do stay in the blue zone for nearly until phase 3, right? Because, you'll be taking a bit of tick damage at that stage, but you're avoiding a lot of the action. And at that stage, we could potentially lose 2, 3, 4 teams, which will open up the space.
And that's the thing, right? There is not a lot of space given how much water's there.
Like the land to player ratio is pretty tiny right now. It's, you know.
We're not even 5 minutes in, and I'm just watching many teams already just head down south. They're getting across. The rotations are going to be fast and furious, but hopefully that doesn't involve any blowing up of cars like they have in the movies.
It is definitely important for these teams to stick together. I worry a little bit about PG-18.
I saw that, yeah.
These is separated away from both Wanderer, Ubica, and also the fourth member of PG-18. That does worry me a little bit. InsideGames, kind of similar, but they are trading close together behind each other. 3D Max are sticking quite together, going across on the west side. Tempest are in kind of the center of the circle, but near the coast. It's just crazy, but Airstation they're rotating on the east edge around Los Leones, which I really like, and they're the first team to really kind of do that. Every other team are outside the circle.
Now, who's going to be the first team that jumps onto the island? Who's going for that risk? Because if you can get across early and you take bridge control, there's a lot of action that may come your way, a lot of kills potentially there for you to take.
Like, this game isn't Mad Max Miramar, it's merciless Miramar at this stage for these teams. As Zampeek gets knocked down by Ubica, catches him out. Odstrelovac is there. He gets out of the vehicle, but he's low on health. There's support
Why
from
is he low on
Pixlets.
health?
I don't know exactly.
What happened?
I think a couple of members of PG-18 were shooting in their direction. That would make sense at least. However, as I said, Pixlets was able to provide support, leaving Odstrelovac a chance to dance around these buildings and throw those grenades out in the direction of Ubica. And also, still leaving Zampeek behind that vehicle, only knocked down.
Oh, really good nades from Odstrelovac, and Ubica has no nades to play with.
What I do want to know is, where's this overall heavy support from the rest of PG-18? Yeah, I know they are popping shots in the direction of Pixlix, but I wonder what Recurrent is doing. I know he's looking for seniks, so credit where credit is due from that point of view. However, we are seeing members being kicked off left, right, and centre. Ubica got knocked down by Odstrelovac. It's a great play by InsideGames, but will he get caught out by Recurrent? Nope, not quite.
Recurrent just didn't have the angle on it. Now tries to fire back. Manages to tag him up quite heavily, but can't get the knock in there.
He survived by the skin of his teeth.
And Zampeek still just crawling around the floor saying, come on, please bring me back up. Spent enough time down. seniks is waiting for Recurrent as well. Dees is too far away to really do anything. He's got the hillside, but he can't see everything. And he might get other shots fired at him from other teams. I liked what PG-18 were trying to do, but it was just not enough players together. It was 2-1-1, and that was not the ideal play here.
Let's be honest. Like, they were the first team to be really in an advantageous, or to get themselves in an advantageous position. And considering InsideGames were further away, there's no way that InsideGames should have in some way survived that. So PG-18 were a little bit slow off the mark from that point of view in this game. But they still keep going. We did lose a member of BetterLuckNxTime on that rotation against 3D Max, but they are the first team to really be in Los Higos area.
You know that cat gif where the cat like shakes his bum and looks about to charge at you? That's me right now looking at BetterLuckNxTime. My boys, they've taken Los Higos Island. They are there. They are ready for the bridge push. They are ready for teams to come over and slaughter them as they make their way across. But it all depends on where this circle goes. We've still got a while for it to tick away, 50 seconds to be exact, before we start to enter into phase 2. But the new circle, oh man, it's going to determine so much.
Like, last crew are closer to the edge of the circle than I kind of thought they might be, but a couple of their members are in the blue zone. Rip is the one that's further ahead. Team Oops are in a similar situation. With 3 of their members are close to the edge of the circle, and you have Hawkeye further behind. But now we have Tornado Energy getting close to Milky Way. And then Quick Math are rotating in a little bit ahead to the side of ToWzErA, close to Northern Lights. Now we're looking at it. This is the overview. Jokers are the second team, but they're on the west side of the island.
Not a bad choice with it. It could still go there, right? There's no, oh, Lord. Oh, dear. So better luck next time with Love and Life right now. The problem is the next circle has to be excluding of water, which means it might get rid of the island. But even then, we'll be very limited on land space to be had here.
It doesn't have to be the next circle. It's phase 4, right? Not phase 3. If I'm not mistaken.
Phase 3 for Sanok and then phase 4 for Miramar and Erangel. Yes, okay, we got 2 more. Okay, thank God I can still get my island.
Yep. I was just trying to keep that hope in your eyes.
Keep me hopeful.
Yeah.
I want it. I need it. I don't get my 2 islands over towards the eastern side. That's the dream side.
Oh my Lord. I love PUBG. I absolutely love PUBG. Thank you very much. This game is so absolutely amazing. These teams, I do sympathize with them a little bit, but also the sadistic part of me is just absolutely loving this game right now. Because all these teams trying to find this area to rotate in. Diggory connects onto OK Bro. Nokia 3D Max trying to avoid those shots being popped off by both Milky Way and Tornado Energy. But Melman, he's being faced under pressure and he gets knocked down by Solar 3D Max. But now, Jokers are getting close to better luck next time. So we do have this separate squad fight getting close together on this island area between Better Luck Next Time and Jokers, as Northern Lights still facing off against Quickmath. Diggory went down earlier on, if I'm not mistaken, so leaving against Alonso and ToWzErA upstanding. I think it's just 2 members of Quickmath left.
Yeah, it is. Just 2 for Quickmath. Northern Lights charging around, still on the hunt to see if they can find any of the final members. And Silenzo still running away. His teammate ToWzErA is too far up in the north, away from the circle to really give him any help either. Which could make things a lot easier for Northern Lights here to take it on to 2 individual 1v1 fights. What, 4v1 should I say? In that sense.
I tell you who holds onto a good spot right now. That's Airstation Mike.
Yeah, and right on the coastline.
Definitely Airstation Mike. They're on their own. They have an easy rotation if the circle shifts up northward, or they can even stay where they are if they're still inside the circle on this phase 3 and catch out the likes of Better Luck Next Time and Jokers. And they're nowhere near any other team.
Faultlessly. He must have heard the boom. He's not moving an inch. He's waiting. Maybe the boom might wander too far and fall into his grasp to be taken down. Northern Lights still in the blue, but working their way out. Only OK Bro is actually outside of it for now.
Jazza, but with that bolt action connecting onto a member of InsideGames. I don't think it'll be enough to confirm that kill because they are quite far away, but putting pressure onto InsideGames either way and using that utility.
Now, Fate's gone down for Better Luck Next Time. They should be able to finish him off, and that's exactly what the boom goes and does. Some more shots come out towards him, but there wasn't enough to save Fate, which means Better Luck Next Time. They're losing this control they had on the island.
Both of these teams are fighting to get into the top 12, James. Jokers are in 13th place. Better Luck Next Time are in 14th place. They're just 4 points in between them as phase 3. It shifts up north. I don't think we're going to get your island finished, James.
Disappointed.
Feels bad, man.
Restart. Let's go from the beginning.
I don't think you want that after the history you have of Miramar, in fairness.
Yeah, to be fair, Miramar is my cursed map from last season.
Oh, man. But 3D Max are now going to be able to punish both Better Luck Next Time and Jokers. And that's the bad thing, right? Even though they're taking each other out, you're going to have Airstation Mike and 3D Max being able to put their hurt on either of these 2 teams.
Quickmath still trying to make their way in. It's phase 3, so it's not the end of the world, but they really just waited this out. They've let Northern Lights get all the way into the circle before starting to make their approach. They're playing the long game here, and I respect it, but there's still 16 teams here.
There's still 56 players, and we're heading into phase 4. Last crew have made a successful rotation into the circle, but they're getting very close to ELGIGANTEN. Also, Unity are down south of ELGIGANTEN, so you could see a bit of a pinch. However, I don't think, for now, Snoopy and the rest of the Unity team have too much of an angle onto the members of ELGIG. Airstation Mike have rotated more centrally towards the circle, close to PG-18.
PG-18's position is actually brilliant.
It is.
He can work really well from this as Solar finds example on his own. Leah's not too far away from there, but not anywhere near enough close to try and save the day for his teammate. Kissick just still trying to hold on to this building. Joker's applying the pressure every step of the way. Kissick moving ever so slowly. Kissick spraying away, able to get one flush kill. Oh my god, he might be able to get away with doing some more damage here. Where's his teammate Faultlessly to try and help him out? That would be huge. More damage being done. Sets on the hunt, chasing. A headshot was landed, but Kissick can't get the finish off. He will go down. Jokers deal with him in style, but it did cost them one player, which was very surprising there.
It was indeed, but for now, better luck next time. Do have Faultlessly up. We did lose Tornado Energy, and I've got to give credit to Solar 3D Max because he took down individually, separate occasions, 2 members of Tornado Energy on the southwest coastline, still on the edge of the circle, but Phantom has been knocked down by Ostring and Milky Way. ELGIG looking for Last Crew. Last Crew hold on to 12th place overall. If they go down in 14th place, it will not make them look too good in the overall standings.
Marcelek seen exactly what's going on, sprays around the corner, gets the job done, and ELGIGANTEN will take down Last Crew. 15th place, like you just said, and it's just not what these guys would have wanted. 2 very poor games off the back of that win they had on Marangal, which means now the pressure is on for them going into Sanhok. Do or die.
It is indeed. Now it's up to Jokers to put this into their control. They have to get across that bridge onto the main line. They do have 2 members up. That is Moon and Set. They need as many points as they can get. They will want to be aggressive and frag out because they've got nothing left to lose. But tell you who has got something to lose, that is Northern Lights. Perfectix gets knocked down. It is outside the circle. Milky Way and Northern Lights going at each other.
Yeah, this western side is crazy. 3D Max, Milky Way, YMCA, and Northern Lights all going to have to find their way inside the circle with Airstation Mike holding on inside of the circle, which could do some damage for them on their 2-2 split here.
Yeah, it's a bit risky from Airstation Mike, but I think it'll work out in the end overall. But it's going to be very tough if ToWzErA and the rest of the Airstation Mike has to rotate, and he is actually making that chance. Better luck next time they go out in 14th place. It was tough. They made the choice to try to go into Los Higos. It didn't work out. Jokers pushed them down, and then Airstation Mike, they rotate to join back as a 4-man team. ToWzErA, their in-game leader, making that decision quite effectively.
Now for Northern Lights, they know they need to start moving. 2 players have jumped up on the vehicle and started to rotate in, but Perfectix and OK Bro will still have to wait it out a little bit longer here. Milky Way now getting pressure applied by YMCA. Sampula taking the first few shots. Mans tries to fire back, able to connect one shot, but that's all he'll get for now. Offstring is in the background. The nades went over as well, but look at it. They're now starting to come together as a team. DP is working his way around the side as well, which means that Milky Way believe they might be able to find an angle onto this fight, but it needs to have Offstring and Mans keeping themselves going. They can't get themselves knocked down if this flank's supposed to work.
Getting into this stage of the game, still with 45 players, they're going to start dropping left, right, and center. Joker's putting the hurt onto 3D Max on that rotation. It wasn't looking good for Jokers to begin with, but they turned it around in their favor as this fight rages on between Milky Way and YMCA. Sampula trying to dance around those grenades. Yasukura, Kajudi, and Turbo Bananis flanking around. Could catch out the members of Milky Way as the shots are being popped off, pushing the likes of Manzai Zoom and DP back behind this hill.
Milky Way have actually flanked around Sampula, who's still in the back lines. So while they deal with the rest of the YMCA players, Sampula could be a real nuisance for him. They need to be so careful of this. Mans and DP still try and work their way down. Offstring taking loads of damage this time around from the shots coming in. And Sampula, now he starts to make his move. He's moving up on this, looking forward. He knows exactly where they'll be. He's got a grenade he could utilize as well, but is he going to be spotted? He's trying to be calm and calculated with it, waiting to see them on an angle. The rest of the YMCA team won't be able to provide him cover fire now, but he should be able to watch them all fire down. First spray down comes in. Offstring's the first one to be hit up. And Sampula, he's not done yet. Doesn't want to use the grenade. Some shots come back towards him, but he's done his first bit of damage. And Milky Way have to leave Offstring there to die out to the zone.
Yeah, Milky Way, that was rough. You made the choice to try and go down the hill, but you made it too late. If you're going to do that, if you're going to put that risky play of going downhill on your own, you got to do sooner rather than later. Moon connects on the Furax. That's going to be another knockdown. That's going to be another point potentially for Jokers as they rage through on the south edge of the circle. It's going to be another kill coming through. But InsideGames joining in to get the kills away from from YMCA onto Milky Way.
And this circle continues to go more out to the east. Just when Northern Lights, YMCA, and Milky Way thought they got in, they're having to run once again to get back into it. If you're constantly chasing the circle, you're constantly feeling like you have no control, and you need to have control in situations like this. Airstation Mike have joined back up together now as a full team.
Yep.
PG18 have a great compound to fight from. They haven't had to move in a while. Unity's just chilling back on this eastern side here with Anuctive poking out and having a good scout around, while Tempers are taking shots at Elgig, forcing them to make it very hard for them to actually get into this new circle.
4 compounds inside the circle, occupied by 4 teams. We did see double from Team Moots being put under pressure by PG18 with that knock-through. Pixix has made the choice to try and get close into the circle, be a bit of a scout. He's behind the vehicle, but Team Moots are shooting his direction. He's trying to dance around. Recrem finds him, but who's going to get the kill? It is going to be PG18, and now seniks and Odstrelovac looking to join in on the fun. PG18 will be alert. Zampeek is there. The cavalry's arriving. What can InsideGames do against PG18?
The Wanderer's ready for it. InsideGames don't seem to be fully sure just yet.
No.
Recrent throws down the grenade. YMCA have gone out in 13th place, but InsideGames could be the next ones to fall if PG18 want to push on this. Odstrelovac's on the floor. Zampeek and seniks know they can't move too far. They're needing cars to use as cover. More nades go out, and Odstrelovac is so low on health. Zampeek's coming to try and help him out, but Recrent wants to push on it. Is he going to go? Is he going to continue? He starts off strong, but Zampeek, he lands the shots. That's absolutely huge.
You just got debated, my friend. Great play by InsideGames. Odstrelovac will go down, but in my opinion, that's a positive. Wander is there. It's just D's and Wanderer left standing for PG80. Moots go down in 12th place. We're suddenly down to 11 teams and 26 players. Just 3-4 minutes ago, we had 45 plus players up, James.
That is just the madness that can happen on these rotations. PG18 had such a good compound here. They just didn't manage to hold on to it with InsideGames challenging them. I think the big problem there was that Recrent was the only one pushing while the rest still stood back. They weren't under pressure from any other teams. It was InsideGames who were taking fire from elsewhere, from Airstation Mike and from Northern Lights. So for InsideGames, they did very well considering everything that was happening.
Airstation Mike, you've gone away from your compound. I know you're being forward-thinking, but you got to have the information that you're able to at least move without being put under pressure. They have 2 gone forward, 2 in the back line, trying to play a little bit safe as D's, and the Wanderer trying to definitely play it safe for the hands of PG18, and now Jazza going forward. Are you going too forward, my friend? Are you going to get caught out? You've been put down to 50 health. Wanderer is in the building. Jazza looking outside the building, but that one-man army to get that kill for Airstation Mike.
Yeah, Wanderer wasn't able to handle that one, and now the full team of Airstation Mike are ready to push and take control of this area. They've got the full southern side to work with here, and you've got still Milky Way, 3D Max, Jokers, and Unity all outside of this circle trying to work their way in down in the south. So Airstation Mike got there first, and they can hold back many teams. As Anuctive, he's looking to try and challenge the remaining Jokers players. A good nade comes up. No damage done towards Moon, but he knows exactly where to look for him. Doesn't keep an eye on where Set is, and will have to prone himself down. Anuctive looking for additional cover. Orange trying to back him up. The shots were coming out, but both of them don't seem to be able to make it connect or get some knocks onto the Joker's players. Moon again still luckily avoiding grenades.
No way. The bars of that kind of whatever you call it has helped Moon tremendously. They're going into the blue zone. It's hurting them a bit. And yes, I just want to comment. I questioned that play, that rotation from Airstation Mike. I didn't think it would work. I thought Jazza might have gotten caught out, but fair play. Credit is due. They've been forward thinking, and they have that compound very much inside the circle as a full squad.
DP looks at the ghost bike, but then comes around the corner, finishes off Set, and that's Jokers out in 11th. That is not what they would have wanted. They needed a good amount of points in this game to jump up ahead of Last Crew, who went out in 15th place. This was their chance, and they still couldn't make it work. ghostar, though, looking to reload and deal with the Unity players. Headshots landed, so much damage here for ghostar, and he's ripping them apart. This is brilliant work from ELGIGANTEN. Exactly what they needed. 7 kills already, and there's still plenty more teams to find.
I know it's Open season, but what was Orange doing to be able to provide that level of cover on that rotation from those two members of Unity? ghostar being a man of the... It was actually Quizzy, my apologies. Quizzy, he just wasn't able to do anything in that moment, but Marcelek, he gets knocked down. KnorkiS is up, ghostar is around there. Airstation Mike still looking damn good. You have InsideGames popping shots off onto the side of Northern Lights.
Oh, and they are just hitting all the shots. Zampeek, great effort from him, and Northern Lights out in 10th place. Again, Northern Lights, they are in this, they're in 10th place, but so many teams are there to potentially steal their spaces away from them that they still need to ensure they have good games coming out here.
24 minutes and we still have 9 teams. Yes, it's 18 players, but 9 teams in 24 minutes in this game. God damn it, that's what these crazy circles do. Wookie Bookie, double grenade onto 2 members of ELGIGANTEN. What can he do with that? Clib is going to secure those kills for now. Tempest, they stay fairly quiet on the north side of the circle.
D's going in for it. D's getting an additional kill. He will be eliminated after that, but that was a great bit of effort done by him.
PG18 going down in 8th place. As we do have 7 teams left standing. Marcelek does get confirmed by Tempest. They are still a full squad. So you have 3 full squad of Airstation Mike, full squad of Tempest still up. You have Encelenzo from QuickMath, stayed very, very quiet in the last couple of phases of the final member of QuickMath. Zampeek is there in his own. Noki is on the edge. Could surprise the members of Airstation Mike as they're more focused on the north area of this circle.
When you talk about the north area of this circle, it's Tempest who have full control of it. Pushing around more aggressively now. Wookie still landing shots. Unity now down in 7th. Now remember, if you're looking at the real-time standings, this does not include kills. This is only the placement points in there. So as you watch other teams drop away, we see now +2 because we've got to at least 6 teams in it. So it will continue to add up in that manner, which is a good thing to see. But the kills, remember, we're seeing plenty of those kills come up. It was like 7 for ELGIG at one point. We've seen 5 or 6 for InsideGames now. But Tempest are the deadly ones. These are the guys who are in such a good position right now that they could do some serious damage.
QuickMath going out. ELGIG go down in 5th place. It was only going to be a matter of time, and the kill goes over to ToWzErA of Airstation Mike. Still a full squad. As I said, Noki, he's on the edge of the circle down south, staying very, very quiet for now, just keeping an eye on all those shots that are being fired in every single direction around him. You also have Zampeek of InsideGames down low, but in the circle, prone down. If 4 teams, 10 players up, 4v4v, 1v1 is Noki.
Saw his head.
Getting spotted out. Bingo, bango. 3D Max taken out in 4th place.
Really solid push there from Airstation Mike. They're playing together as a unit, but they're well aware that this Tempest that's coming for them is not going to be easy to deal with. Tempest have taken the control of the circle. They're spread out a little bit better than what Airstation Mike are. They'll be able to cover more ground. And if Airstation Mike see one of their players, well, then the rest of the Tempest team will be able to take them down from afar. It's a good spread as it is, but they still need to be careful of Zampeek. He is a skilled individual player. He had 3 or 4 frags just on his own so far this game.
Yeah. If he catches out Hjort, that will give a huge level of advantage to Airstation Mike. All these teams, all these players are inside the circle, except for Zampeek, so he has to actually make his way across on the east direction. Short, looking for those shots in the high ground, playing to the advantage of Tempest. You talked about it. They hold on to so many angles, spread out quite nicely, but have they spread themselves too thinly? As a grenade connects on the fake, doesn't quite knock him down, but puts him down to about 4 health.
Oh, Clib. He's come around the sides. He might be able to sneak around the Airstation Mike players. Zampeek still trying to work his way in, but Hjort could be the player to spot him out here. Zampeek needs to keep his wits about him. If Clib can get on this flank, it's huge. He's all the way down in the south of the circle. No way has Clib been able to get this far. If he continues to make this push round, Airstation Mike are going to be completely pinned down from both sides, and that means Tempest have all the information they need. Wookie's also looking for it from the other side, but this is the exact way that Airstation Mike are focusing.
Airstation Mike know this. They've actually predicted this. They have 2 members looking in the direction of both Clib and Hani. And now, can this be a turnaround for Airstation Mike? Are we seeing a role reversal? Hjort is going up against Zampeek on his own. Who's going to come out on top? Zampeek knocks Hjort down. This is going to put all the pressure on the Tempest, leaving Clib and the rest of the Tempest side all on his own. But he can't find the knockdown. Yes, he does on the Jazza.
Klib was missing so many of them shots there. He's well aware that Hugstar's trying to chase him around. They're playing with each other like food, but Hugstar gets the drop on him. Klib gets knocked. This is still anyone's game.
Oh my god, this is all up to Hugstar to get the job done. But Zampeek can't play a part, right? The smoke grenade comes out. Fake is going to get the revive. The spray through from Wookie, hoping that they connect onto it as Zampeek takes down yours. Tempest are just down to 2 players, Hani and Wookie.
Wookie is just spraying through that smoke. Klib has been revived. Tempest have control, and Airstation Mike, they cannot move out of those smokes. Zampeek now snuck up. He's got the high ground. He's being the nuisance to everyone, but he goes down either way. He had no backup. He was on his own, and now it's all on ToWzErA. 3 versus 1. Hani spraying through the smoke. ToWzErA throwing out any utility he still had left. He wants to keep this going. He believes he's got a chance to at least get 1 more kill, but Hani finishes him off, and it's a 9-kill victory for Tempest on the final Miramar game.
Miramar game. What looked very quiet for Tempest for the majority of that game up until those final moments. I think the final 3 phases they only had 4 kills, and then they popped off. And what was interesting was, yes, they had that north high ground, but because they flanked around, they got to the low ground, and that gave Zampeek of InsideGames so much chance to move around. Maybe he could have played it a little bit safer in that final phase and allowed himself to catch out any couple of members of Tempest or Airstation Mike. But at the end of the day, that was a great game for InsideGames, finishing in 3rd, getting 9 kills for themselves. Airstation Mike, 2nd place, but with only 4 kills. So they held the position that they inside the circle for the majority of the game. They rotated very efficiently, but they weren't able to get those kills really more heavily than they probably needed to.
And what we saw from this game was just smart plays on that ending.
Yeah.
So good there from Hugstar. Embarrassing at Klib at one point with how many shots he missed on a player that wasn't looking at him.
True.
And that was the problem, because had he knocked him earlier, he would have been able to take the fight onto Hugstar. Instead, they had that run around that they were just playing around the house, trying to use that as cover. But overall, Tempest took the win. Wookie came up huge. Not only did he get 5 kills throughout that game, but his spray through the smoke ensured that those revives did not come back up for Airstation Mike.
That was very, very important for Tempest taking that chicken dinner. I also want to highlight ELGIGANTEN. They finished in 5th place and they got 7 kills. A very solid result for them. And yes, Jokers probably could have had a better result, but they did get a number of kills, and it will definitely put them closer to Last Crew heading into this final game.
The thing for Jokers is, if they had a good game on this one, it was Last Crew's their biggest challenge, right? It's in that 12th spot at the moment, and they went out in 15th place. Sadly, they didn't manage to get too much with it, so it's a little bit closer, but it's not what they needed.
Nope.
Now when it comes to Sanhok, it's the final chance for these teams, and my oh my, we could be looking at something that comes right to the wire on a lot of this. We'll have to see how those standings come up at the end, but I'm more interested in what standings we'll have for this game individually here. This is the bit where Klib missed a good few shots onto Jazza. Then luckily, this is Hani being on point.
I do think Zampeek could have played a little bit safer. I know he's going to throw out a grenade, but a good 3/4 of his body was exposed when he was thrown out. And, it is what it is. But the results of this game, Last Crew, Tornado Energy getting 0 points in that game. Why I'm saying better luck next time, only getting 2 points. It's so close. I want to see what Joker's got. It's 5 points. That's put them 5 points closer to Last Crew. They were 12 points behind. Now they're only 7.
Yeah, so they're bridging the gap, but it's going to come down to Sanhok at the end of it. InsideGames still managing to get an additional 14 in there. PG18's D's was able to do the most damage, though, across this, and Zampeek closely following behind him.
Now, I am just to play a little bit of, so to speak, devil's advocate, of the 2 teams that are between Last Crew and Jokers, who is generally better statistically on Sanhok from a points point of view. Of the record that I had up to 8 Sanhok games, Last Crew had 43 points and Jokers had 28. So, technically, Last Crew are better on Sanhok, but anything can happen.
It always comes down to what happens on the day. That's what it's going to be about. And I honestly, you can't call it. You can't say that it's going to be one team or the other, because you look at Jokers and you think that, yes, they've got some of these individual plays and skills we've seen, but then you look at Last Crew and we talk about their boat plays they love to do when it comes to Sanark and how they like to play the long game with it all. Sometimes that works out. And if you want to play for the long game for points, well, that could be the difference between them ensuring they make it or if they don't.
And finally, before we go on a break, because Last Crew, the ball is in Joker's court to get as many points as they can. Therefore, Last Crew can just play it even safer. And yeah, they still want to get points, but they don't have to risk too much.
Well, let's see. Are they going to be risking it, or are they going to play absolutely insane and play super defensive, turtle up and keep it going all the long way? You never know how it will go down. We'll wait and see. One more game remains, and then we will know our 12 teams that will make it towards the PEL Promo stage, and we'll be finding out who will sit on those standings and take the big money checks home. Don't go anywhere, guys. One more game coming up. It's going over to Sanhok.